Imagine a life where you're not dragged down by chaos, where setbacks fuel your fire, and where your mind is a fortress no storm can shake. What if I told you that most people today aren't held back by a lack of talent or opportunity, but by a lack of mental strength? We scroll endlessly, compare ourselves to curated lives, envy what we don't have, and then wonder why we feel stuck, weak, or lost. We chase comfort, yet feel exhausted. We avoid pain, yet suffer daily. The brutal truth is that comfort is silently eroding our potential, while struggle, though harsh, plants the seeds of true power. The ancient Stoics philosophers like Marcus, Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus knew this long before smartphones, social media, or self-help trends. They didn't just survive tough times. They thrived in them, turning chaos into clarity. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who faced wars, betrayal, and plague, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's not just a quote. It's a weapon, a mindset, a way to stand unshaken in a world that's always trying to knock you down. On my YouTube channel, WisdomWavesAura, we're diving deep into 8 Stoic laws that will force you to level up mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. These aren't feel-good platitudes. They're raw, battle-tested truths that hit hard and spark real change. This isn't just another video to skim through. It's your call to action. If you're serious about growth, don't just read this. Like background noise, commit to every word. Drop a comment on WisdomWavesAura. When a law hits home, share this with someone who needs a wake-up call. And don't skip a single part, because even one missed lesson could cost you clarity or courage. When it matters most, let's dive in. First, embrace discomfort like a trusted ally. We've been conditioned to run from pain, but the Stoics did the opposite. They sought it out. Why? Because discomfort is where growth is forged. Think about your greatest moments of transformation. Did they happen when you were cozy, relaxed, and everything was easy? Or did they come when life hit you hard, and you had to choose, rise or stay broken? Marcus Aurelius faced wars, illness, and betrayal, yet led with unshakable calm. He didn't dodge discomfort, he welcomed it as a teacher. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That's not poetry, it's a law. Every obstacle is a chance to sharpen your will. Every delay a test of patience. Every rejection a lesson in resilience. Modern life screams, avoid pain at all costs. Stoicism whispers back, train for it. That cold shower you dread, it's a test. That tough conversation you're avoiding, it's a path. That gym session when you're exhausted, it's where your character is carved. Seneca, another Stoic, practiced sleeping on the floor, eating plain food, and wearing rough clothes, not out of self-punishment, but to train himself. Why? So when life stripped away his comforts, he wasn't shaken, he was ready. Discomfort isn't your enemy. It's your mirror, showing you who you are and who you're becoming. Avoid small pain today, and you'll face bigger pain tomorrow. But lean into it, walk through the fire with purpose, and something powerful happens. You stop fearing pain. That's the start of freedom. Try this today. Choose one small discomfort, take a cold shower, have that hard talk, sit with boredom, and do it without hesitation. Remind yourself, this is how warriors are forged. Drop this affirmation in the comments on WisdomWavesAura. Discomfort is my training ground. Next, stop letting your emotions own you. How often do your feelings hijack your day? Someone cuts you off in traffic, and you snap. Plans change, and your mood tanks. You feel lazy, so you skip the gym, the work, the discipline. It's not just you, it's all of us. But here's the Stoic truth. If your emotions control you, you're their slave. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, said, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. They can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed." Let that sink in. That rude comment online, you just handed it your joy. That breakup, you gave it your identity. That traffic jam, you surrendered your peace. Stoicism doesn't ask you to suppress emotions. It teaches you to observe them, understand them, and choose your response. A child throws a tantrum. A Stoic sits in the storm and thinks. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man of his time, wrote in his journal, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." That's control, real, raw, and rare. It means you can't blame others anymore. "They made me mad," or "she ruined my day," doesn't hold up. Your reaction is your choice. But here's the empowering part. You can choose again. Feel anger, but don't act in anger. Feel fear, but move forward anyway. Feel sadness, but don't drown in it. That's emotional strength. That's Stoic freedom. Next time you're triggered, pause, breathe, ask, is this feeling useful right now? Respond with intention, not impulse. This isn't about being in command. When you stop being a puppet to your emotions, you become clear, calm, and magnetic. In a world of emotional chaos, that stability is unstoppable. Share your thoughts on this law in the comments on WisdomWavesAura. Third, stop expecting life to be fair. One of the fastest ways to suffer is to demand fairness from a universe that doesn't care. You work hard, but someone lazier gets the promotion. You love deeply, and they walk away. You do the right thing, and still get burned. The anger kicks in. This isn't fair, but fairness is a human fantasy, not a cosmic rule. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You can commit injustice by doing nothing." Even as emperor, he saw injustice daily, yet he didn't whine or spiral. He grounded himself in a simple truth. Life isn't about fairness, it's about strength. Stoics didn't expect kindness from the world. They expected pain, loss, and betrayal, and because they were ready for it, they weren't broken by it. Clinging to fairness makes you fragile. Saying this isn't fair often means I don't want to deal with this. But you don't grow by expecting justice, you grow by facing reality and moving forward anyway. The average person waits for fairness. The Stoic builds power so strong that no external blow can shatter them. This doesn't mean you become cold. It means you stop waiting for the world to treat you right and start treating yourself right, no matter what. Seneca said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." When life feels unfair, use the pain as fuel. Build skills so sharp they can't be ignored. Love without expecting reciprocation. Face betrayal with dignity. It's not your fault, but it's your move. You don't control how life hits, but you always control how you respond. That grounded warrior-like response makes you unstoppable. Fairness isn't promised, but freedom is earned one bold choice at a time. Drop a comment on WisdomWavesAura about a time you faced unfairness and kept going. Fourth, focus only on what you can control. The Stoics believed your power lies in a small, sacred space. Your thoughts, choices, and actions. Everything else, other people's opinions, the future, the economy, is outside your grip. Epictetus. Put it simply, make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Most people waste energy trying to control the uncontrollable. They obsess over what others think, predict outcomes, or stress about chance. Then, they wonder why they're anxious or powerless. But here's what you can control: how you think, how you act, how you respond. You can't control the weather, but you can dress for it. You can't control if people like you, but you can treat them with respect. You can't control the market, but you can learn, save, and prepare. This shift is massive. It hands you back your power. Instead of being pulled in every direction, you stand firm, centered in your own actions. In a storm, the Stoic doesn't curse the wind, he steers the ship. That's why you stay calm when others panic, focused when others complain. Try this. When stress hits, ask, is this in my control? If yes, act. If no, let go. Simple. Yes, easy. No, powerful. Absolutely. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Live that, and you'll be unshakable. Share how you'll apply this on Wisdom Waves. Fifth, practice voluntary hardship to build an unbreakable will. In a world addicted to comfort, discipline is a superpower. The Stoics didn't wait for life to test them, they tested themselves. Seneca wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse dress, saying to yourself, is this the condition I feared?" This wasn't self-punishment, it was self-training. Most people avoid discomfort like the plague. They never skip a meal, sit in silence, or go without convenience. But when life gets hard, they crumble. The Stoic, though, has already trained for hunger, fatigue, rejection, and boredom. You don't build willpower by watching motivational videos. You build it by doing what you don't want to do, on purpose. Try fasting for a day to master your urges. Take a cold shower when your mind screams no. Say no to a luxury you can afford to sharpen self-restraint. Wake up early when your body begs for sleep. These small choices stack, making you cruel, but adaptable. When hardship comes, you don't ruin, you smile, because you've walked through fire by choice. Marcus Aurelius ruled through chaos, yet stayed calm. Why? Hardship was expected, not a shock. Instead of asking, how can I make life easier? Ask, how can I make myself stronger? Practice hunger, solitude, or effort, and stay focused. When life throws its worst, you'll rise. Share your voluntary hardship plan on WisdomWavesAura. Sixth, detach from outcomes, and fall in love with the process. We're obsessed with results. Get the job, win the deal, hit the goal. But Stoicism flips that: master your effort, not the outcome. Epictetus said, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. When you cling to results, you set yourself up to suffer. You hit the gym for a week, see no abs, and quit. You launch a project, it flops, and you feel worthless. But what if you loved the work itself? The writing, the training, the building? When you focus on the process, you always win, even if the result isn't what you hoped. Ironically, letting go of outcomes often leads to better results because you're not desperate or emotionally or grounded in action. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." If you're a writer, write to sharpen your mind, not to go viral. If you're an athlete, train to master your body, not just to win. Tie your worth to discipline and focus, not applause, and you become unstoppable. Show up like the result is already done, and enjoy the craft. Share your process-focused mindset on WisdomWavesAura. 7th. Embrace death to live with urgency. Most people act like they'll live forever, wasting time, delaying dreams, and tolerating mediocrity. The Stoics meditated on death not to be grim, but to wake up. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." That's not fear, it's freedom. Life is short, and you don't get to choose when it ends. Every moment wasted is gone forever. The Stoics practiced memento mori, remember, you will die too. Stay focused and intentional. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." You don't control how long you live, but you control how deeply you live. Stop scrolling for hours, arguing over nonsense, or postponing that risk, that business, that forgiveness. The person who truly remembers death speaks truthfully, loves openly, and works with purpose. Live like your time is borrowed, because it is. That urgency makes you magnetic, focused, and alive. Drop a comment on WisdomWavesAura about what you'll stop delaying. Finally, be a warrior for virtue, not approval. Most people chase likes, praise, or attention. The Stoic chases virtue. Marcus Aurelius said, "Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter. Live with honor, even if no one sees. Speak truth, even if no one claps. Keep your word, even if it costs you." That's what builds a soul that can't be bought. Doing the right thing is often the hard thing. It's easier to lie, to impress, to seek applause. But every time you choose what's right over what's easy, you sharpen your edge. Seneca wrote, "I will govern my life and thoughts as if the whole world were to see the one and read the other." In a world of noise, the Stoic is still. In a world of performance, the Stoic is real. Live for your values, not the crowd, and you'll stand tall, even if you walk alone. That's the kind of strength that draws others to follow. Share your commitment to virtue on WisdomWavesAura. These 8 laws aren't about comfort, they're about clarity, strength, and a life of meaning. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus didn't write for easy times. They wrote to survive storms with dignity. You don't need motivation or the perfect moment, you need to start now. Train your mind, expect struggle, detach from outcomes, and live like your time is running out. That's the Stoic path, and it's yours to walk. If this sparked something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this, comment your favorite law on WisdomWavesAura, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to WisdomWaves. More. Keep showing up, keep choosing strength, and don't stop until you're unshakable. Drop this affirmation on WisdomWavesAura. I am becoming unshakable, day by day, day by day.